From environmental science, we will discuss some important questions. So, the first question is, which energy conversion process is involved in syngas production from biomass? So, by using biomass, we can produce synthetic gas or called syngas by the help of gasification. Okay, next question. Assertion and reason. In the Himalayas, north facing slopes have luxuriant growth of forests, whereas shrubby, drought resistant vegetation inhabits the south facing slopes. The reason, south facing slopes in the northern hemisphere receive more sunlight than nearby north facing slopes and therefore are warmer and drier. So, these two assertion and reasons are true, and the reason is properly explaining the assertion. So, our right answer is 1. Next, according to National Ambient Air Quality Standards NAAQS, annual average concentration microgram per meter cube for SO2 and NO2 in ecologically sensitive areas are, so for SO2 it is 20 microgram per meter cubes, and for NO2 it is 30 microgram per meter cube for what? The National Ambient Air Quality Standards for which regions? Na ecologically sensitive regions, it should be 20 and 30 for SO2 and NO2 respectively. So our right answer is 4. Next, simultaneous measurement of humidity Y and temperatures X at a given site are given as under. So Y is having 30, 40, 45, 60, 65, X is having 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. So we have to find out the correlation between these two variables. So one is temperature and another one is humidity. So naturally we know whenever the temperature is increased, the capacity of the air to hold moisture is increased. So what happens whenever temperature is increased? Whenever the temperature is increased, humidity level is decreased, or in another sense we can tell that whenever humidity is increased, temperature is reduced. So the relation is negative here. So we can find out it by taking, by using this formula, r is equal to summation of xy divided by summation of x square divided into summation of y square is equal to minus 0.987. This is the answer. Okay. So our right option is 1. Next question. UNEP awarded Champion of Earth for the year 2018 for environmental contribution towards beating plastic pollution and establishing Solar Alliance. This award was given this Champion of Earth. Okay. Next question. Which method is most appropriate for separating tin cans from aluminum cans in municipal waste? The magnetic field separation is the best way to separate aluminum cans in municipal solid waste. Okay. Next question. In an urban atmosphere, the concentration of methane and hydroxyl radical is 5 into 10 to the power 19 molecules m cube and 1.8 into 10 to the power 12 molecules per m cube respectively. The rate constant for second order reactions between OH and methane is 8.36 into 10 to the power minus 21 m cube per mole per second. What is the instantaneous rate of oxidation of methane? So the right answer is 7.52 into 10 to the power 11 molecules per meter m cube per second. Okay. Which type of earthworms are most suitable for vermicomposting? This is epigic type of earthworm is most suitable for vermicomposting. Next question. First state to make rainwater harvesting compulsory in India is Tamil Nadu. Okay, Tamil Nadu is the state where rainwater harvesting is compulsory now. Next, fire occurrence in the forest depends on what? Fire occurrence in the forest depends on fuel load, vegetation type, distance from the habitation. So, right answer is A, B, C, second option. Next question. A windmill has 10-meter diameter and efficiency of 40%. Wind velocity at normal temperature and pressure is 10 meter per second, and the density of the air is 1.29 kg per meter cube. The expected power output from the windmill is how much? The expected power output of the windmill is 20.27 kilowatt. So by using this formula we can get the answer 20.27 kilowatt, that is power is equal to pi by 2 r square. R is the radius, b is the velocity of the wind, rho is the density of the wind, and n is the energy efficiency factor. So we can get the result 20.27. Next questions. Match the list of this ozone depleting substance and chemical formula having. So CFC12, CFC113, CFC114, CFC115. This is also called as freon 112. So our right option is here, this one. Okay. So according to this, CFC means A will be linked with 3, B will be linked with first, C will be linked with fourth, and D will be linked with second. Okay, I have made one video for this. You can check that on my channel for better understanding. Next questions. Consider a normal distribution f x of variable x. What percentage of variable values deviate from the mean by more than 2 sigma x? So the right answer is near about 4.56 percentage will deviate from the mean by more than 2 sigma x. Okay, next question. For a h square h plus h cube fusion reaction, if the desired confinement for the ionized fuel is 2 seconds, what must be the minimum concentration of ions per cubic meter for net gain of energy? It would be how much? 5 into 10 to the power 19. Next question. Given below two assertion and reason. So first is carbon dioxide contained in soil air is more than atmospheric air. Carbon dioxide released from automobile exhaust and industries gets sequestered in the soil. See, this A option is true because carbon dioxide contained in soil air is more than the atmospheric air. It is true, and carbon dioxide released from automobile exhaust and industries gets sequestered in the soil. This is not true. It is false. Next question. Atmospheric scale height is the height over which pressure decreases by a factor of E. Okay. Pressure decreases by the option of E. Then maximum concentration of hydroxyl radical. Hydroxyl radical is also called as environmental detergent in Earth's atmosphere is observed at the equator. The maximum concentration is observed at the equator in the middle of the troposphere. In the middle of the troposphere. Next question, which of them among the following substances is responsible for cooling instead of global warming? Actually, sulfate aerosols are responsible for global cooling. Sulfate aerosols are mixtures of solids or liquid particles that include sulfuric acid. ओके और ये क्या करते हैं ना एरोजल्स प्ले एन इम्पोर्टेंट रोल इन क्लाइमेट चेंज एंड मोस्ट एरोजल्स आर ब्राइटर देन लैंड और ओशन ये क्या करते हैं ब्राइट होते हैं इसीलिए क्या करते हैं ना दे डू रिफ्लेक्ट ऑल द लाइट falls on these surface aerosols so these tends to decrease the temperature so they help in global cooling. Okay, so right answer is sulfate aerosols. Next questions, computation of radiation forcing due to greenhouse gas does not involve lapse rate of the atmosphere. See, computation of radiative forcings radiative forcings due to greenhouse gas involves what? This all concentration of greenhouse gases present, how much the more the greenhouse gases, more is the radiative forcing and wavelength at which the gas molecules observe. If it can observe more with the particular wavelength, then it also affects the greenhouse gas and it causes greenhouse gas effect and intensity of the observation per molecule. Each molecules observe how much energy it also related to the greenhouse gas effects, but lapse rate of the atmosphere does not relate to the greenhouse gas effect. Okay, so our right answer is 2. So the next question is the largest unit in which gene flow is possible is species. In order to have gene flow, the gametes must be fertilized. So the largest unit of gene flow is possible through species. Okay. So the right answer is 3. Next, greenhouse gas carbon dioxide has very strong absorption band in the wavelength region from what? No, it should be less than 13 micrometer. Okay, next questions. A country has population of 350 million and an annual growth rate of population 2% at time 0. Thereafter the population stabilizes at 1.4 billion. How long it will take for the population to reach zero point 0.7 billion? In these questions what we can do, we can utilize a formula that is population after some year we have to find out the year, population at present we know, and we have to find out the year, how many years it will take to reach this number of population. So we can use this formula and get the answer of this. We have to find the time period in which the population will reach this much. So we can use the formula p whole into 1 plus r, p whole into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n. So we can use this formula and we can get the result, that is it is equal to 41.2 year, near about 41.2 years it will take to reach 1.4 billion people. Next question. Next question, given below are two assertion reasons. So first assertion is saying what? Refused derived fuel from municipal solid waste has higher energy content than raw municipal solid waste. And next reason is combustible organic material gets concentrated in fuel pellets produced from municipal solid waste. So both assertion and reasons are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. R is the correct explanation of A. So our right answer is 1. Next question. Which are the first mineral to form in cooling magma? Olivine is the first mineral to form in cooling magma. Okay. Next questions. Given below are two statements. We have to find out the assertion and reasons whether it is true or false. So the organic matter helps in formation and stabilization of soil structures. No, this is false. Organic matter does not help in the formation and stabilization of soil structures. Then humified organic matter has an affinity for water and can absorb and hold water up to several times of its dry weight. Yes, this is true. Humified organic matter can hold more water. So our assertion is false and reason is true. So our option 4 is correct. With this we have understood some important questions from environmental science. Thank you a lot.